This is an ecosystem. It's nature. The body recognizes nature. So if I keep things in its natural form, just my theory, but I'm betting on that. I'm betting on that whole powder, that whole fruit, that whole food has got a lot more in common with my body. I'm Darin Olien. I have a bachelor's in exercise physiology and nutrition. I'm the co-host of Down to Earth on Netflix. I'm the co-formulator of Shakeology, and I've dedicated my life to literally tracking down some of the world's most nutrient-dense foods so that Shakeology can really help people live a healthy life. Every ingredient, it's got its own journey of growing, processing, drying. So if you understand the whole food, you understand the constituents that it has and the most important phytonutrients. And if you grow that correctly and dry that correctly, you're basically getting rid of the water and suspending the nutrients in there. And then we test that to make sure that that is actually true. And we spend a lot of time and a lot of resources and a lot of money to make sure that's happening. Most people don't do that. The powder being validated by the testing. So CAMU, for example, pretty much the highest vitamin C source of almost any food in the world, as opposed to a tablet of vitamin C. Nothing wrong necessarily with taking vitamin C. It can support your body systems. The great thing about this whole food idea and what we do is, yes, it's got vitamin C in it, but it's got all of these other constituents, all these other antioxidants, all these other fibers, all these other polyphenols. Let's support nature by drying that, because CAMU is mostly water. So when you dry that carefully, you keep intact the health benefits and beneficial compounds as well as the natural vitamin C that's in there. And that, to me, has got much more assimilation and power. So Shakeology's got so many phytonutrients, and phytonutrients all come from plants. And there's a specific amount of phytonutrients that come only from cruciferous vegetables. So one of them is kale, having a high amount of vitamin A, vitamin C. Another one in Shakeology is one of my favorites, MACA. And this comes from high up in the Andes, and this is also in the cruciferous families. So these are the kinds of foods you need to eat every day in their whole food form. Who's doing that? Science doesn't even know everything that's in these foods. I love science and it's fun to learn, but in its whole food form, we have no idea all of the beneficial compounds that are going on. And this is why we need to eat a wide variety of these whole foods. So that's why I traveled to all these locations, finding herbs and fruits and finding these miraculous plants. But it's a whole other thing. How do we get that in the powder? And we've done that with Shakeology. We've figured out how to preserve this wide array of nutrient density and plant power. And we preserved it so that you receive that benefit.